The LEGO world today is full of dinosaurs, and over the years, these prehistoric beasts have undergone quite radical transformations to get to the creatures we know today. The earliest dinosaurs to roam the LEGO world included things like this 11-piece set from 1994, a cool black and neon green Roboraptor as part of LEGO Space's RoboForce faction, and even a giant mechanized dinosaur in Technic's Control Center set, the first T-Rex that LEGO ever made. When it comes to molded dinosaur pieces, they actually made their debut with LEGO Duplo, with iconic animals like Triceratops, Pterodactyl, and Brachiosaurus accompanying the cavemen in this prehistoric world. The Duplo dinosaur journey continued throughout the 2000s, re-releasing some of those classic dinosaur pieces, but also occasionally adding new molds over time, like this T-Rex with opening jaw. Outside of Duplo, and the next major advancement for dinosaurs came when Johnny Thunder and his gang of adventurers arrived on Dino Island. Kicking off the new millennium in style, this line of 18 sets introduced the very first molded dinosaurs for the minifigure world, with villain Sam Sinister and his gang trying to capture them. These included the baby T-Rex, a single piece with an adorable little face and tail wrapping around the bottom as it sits down waiting for a minifigure to carry it around. Joining it was the little Pteranodon, bringing danger to the skies in sets like the Island Hopper and Research Glider, as well as a Triceratops, an adult T-Rex, and a Stegosaurus, who were all built with multiple pieces. With the exception of the baby, who returned in different colours over many years, none of the other dinosaurs appeared after 2000. Instead, another dinosaur building system was introduced in 2001's aptly named Dinosaurs theme. There were polybags, which used a combination of bricks and specialised elements to build baby Ankylosaurus, Iguanodon, Brachiosaurus, and even Dimetrodon. The remaining 4 sets went even bigger, because they used giant moulded pieces to bring to life an adult Brachiosaurus, another new T-Rex, while also introducing the first ever Mosasaurus and Styracosaurus. All of these sets came in canisters, as they were all the rage at this point in LEGO's history. The canisters had a stone appearance with fossils embedded all around, while the lids also serve as a place to display the completed model, just sitting them on the top of the studs like so. But these sets went one step further. Instead of just one dinosaur, each set could be rebuilt into any one of 4 builds, massively increasing the diversity of animals this theme had to offer. The Styracosaurus also built a Triceratops, Centrosaurus, and Camarasaurus, while Brachiosaurus saw Diplodocus, Plateosaurus, and Plesiosaurus make their debut, none of which have returned to this day. Then, the Mosasaurus also had an adult Dimetrodon, a Postosuchus, and Iguanodon, so only one animal in this set was actually a dinosaur, which I think is pretty funny. As for T-Rex, well, that could create a Parasaurolophus, Oranosaurus, and the awesome Spinosaurus, a dinosaur that also appeared in a Studios set for Jurassic Park 3. The first Velociraptors also debuted here, teaming up with a pterosaur against Johnny Thunder. So dinosaurs were now becoming much more widespread, with LEGO Creator also getting in on the action in 2004. Of course, with another T-Rex. Bursting onto the scene in 2005 was Dino Attack, once again completely changing the way LEGO dinosaurs were made. Set in the near future of 2010, this saw mutant dinosaurs set loose attacking the city, with a team of hunters equipped with huge vehicles and guns to try and stop them. This time they were much more like big figs, with limbs attaching to a central body piece using Technic pin connections, enabling all but the mutant lizards to have articulation, while the T-Rex also had special light-up eyes. However, things were a little different in Europe, where the theme was instead called Dino 2010 and featured large cages and grappling hooks for the heroes to capture the dinosaurs, rather than blow them to smithereens with giant guns. And the set names reflected this change in priorities. While Dino Attack pitted the Iron Predator against the T-Rex, Dino 2010 instead kept it simple as the Dino Track Transport. With Dino Attack over, molded dinosaurs once again became a Duplo exclusive, while Creator got stuck in offering up more wacky and wonderful sets, including, but not limited to, Prehistoric Power, Monster Dino, and Ferocious Creatures. It would be a while before Creator's dinosaurs started looking a little bit more realistic. There was also a dinosaur-inspired Bionicle set. Molded dinosaurs would soon be here to stay though, first with Toy Story's Rex in the 2010 line of sets, and then in 2012 with a complete makeover. LEGO Dino revolutionized the world of dinosaurs. This theme was quite typical of the early 2010s non-licensed LEGO action theme format, offering up a variety of sets ranging in size but only sticking around for one wave. It saw a group of dino trackers equipped with brand new tranquilizer gun pieces and large vehicles to aid them in the mission to hunt down and capture the 5 brand new moulded dinosaurs that were introduced for the theme, with these being much more realistic looking than the mutant monsters from Dino Attack. Smallest of the bunch was the Coelophysis, a single softer plastic piece whose mouth can grab onto bar accessories, with it appearing in the big Dino Defense HQ, as well as the small Ambush Attack, a neat little set that I ended up buying earlier this year. A fun fact about this one is that it's one of the only Triassic era dinosaurs that LEGO has made, and the only one so far using this modern dinosaur building system. As well as that, there was the Pteranodon in the Tower Takedown and Ocean Interceptor, with this new pterosaur design also able to grab things with its feet, flap its wings up and down, open its jaw, and even let a minifigure sit on top. Then there was the featherless raptor, which has fully posable arms that can hold accessories, legs with the iconic raptor claw, and head complete with an opening jaw. The Triceratops also made a return, with its horn and beak being made from a softer plastic. And it wouldn't be complete without the T-Rex, which made it into the 2 biggest sets of the line, complete with the huge jaw and tiny arms that it's well known for. The articulation that the larger 3 have is all down to the way they're built, with Technip pins connecting all the limbs to the main body piece just like those Dino Attack versions, which also means they're fully compatible with each other and other LEGO Big Figs. It wouldn't be long before they made a return either. But before they did, there were a couple more brick-built offerings like Roaring Power, which managed to build yet another T-Rex out of a set designed to make a car and a plane, and the Ideas Research Institute, which included the first of many fossilized dinosaur skeletons. Once again, coinciding with the latest installment of the Jurassic Park franchise, in 2015 we were treated to 7 more sets, providing a range of vehicles for tracking down dinosaurs and electrified pens to hold them in. Jurassic World brought back the Coelophysis, now recoloured and called a Gallimimus for some reason, as well as the Pteranodon in a small helicopter set based on the famous breakout scene, plus 4 new Velociraptors. Each one got a unique name and colour, as they were of course representing the raptors trained by Owen Grady, with Blue and Delta also getting specialised head attachments that just slide over the top in the Raptor Rampage set. And of course there was the T-Rex that you've been seeing throughout this video already, who popped up in a set that was quite reminiscent of the Triceratops Trapper from LEGO Dino. It wasn't just recoloured dinosaurs that this theme had to offer either, as a new Dilophosaurus and Indominus Rex also made their debut. The Dilophosaurus reused the raptor body, but had new legs to get rid of the iconic raptor claw, and of course a new head, with the frills that it's famous for. Indominus Rex meanwhile was almost entirely new, with longer arms, a spiny body, and big head, bringing to life the hybrid dinosaur that terrorised the theme park in the movie. So there were only 2 new dinosaurs for 2015, and there weren't many brick-built ones shortly after either. But the Jurassic World video game did offer up a whole host of designs to give us a real taste of what other dinosaurs might look like with this new building system. And when the theme made its return in 2018, we got one of them with the Stygimoloch Breakout. This thick-headed dinosaur is obviously very similar to the Pachycephalosaurus from the video game, with its large dome-shaped head for ramming its way out of its enclosure. This wave also saw a brand new baby Velociraptor piece, one that would go on to completely dominate the Jurassic World magazine scene alongside Owen Grady minifigures. At the opposite end of the spectrum was the Carnotaurus, as the explosive Gyrosphere Escape set finally gave us another giant carnivore based on a real animal instead of a fictional hybrid like the Indoraptor, which made its appearance in the Lockwood Estate set, complete with the Triceratops skull that ended up being its downfall. So 6 years on from LEGO Dino, and we'd gotten 6 new dinosaurs and a whole host of recolours added to the initial 5. With the collection growing, the compatibility of these dinosaurs thanks to their shared building system became a major play feature as well, as the Fallen Kingdom sets encouraged you to mix and match dinosaur pieces to build your own hybrids, like this Carnomaloch Raptor that I came up with. And thankfully, Jurassic World was now here to stay. 2019 added the Baryonyx to the bunch, resurrected the Triceratops after a 7-year absence, and also redesigned the Dilophosaurus, making it a lot smaller so that it scaled to minifigures better, but sadly also resulting in it losing all of its articulation save for the jaw. This year also saw another Ideas fossils set, this time going much bigger with fossils for T-Rex, Triceratops and Pteranodon. Brick-built dinosaurs were really starting to get so much better by this point, as evidenced by the giant T-Rex in the Jurassic Park gate set as well, which was the biggest LEGO dinosaur ever made until this year's absolutely magnificent fossilized T-Rex set usurped the title. 2020 sets meanwhile added to the baby dinosaur collection with the Ankylosaurus and Triceratops, plus introduced a proper Gallimimus this time, and an adult Ankylosaurus in what is possibly one of the best Jurassic World sets there's been, pitting it against the Indominus Rex at the Gyrosphere loading bay. This is definitely a set that I regret missing out. The Ankylosaurus even has a swinging tail to smash that club around. And if you're a fan of both Marvel and dinosaurs, LEGO also had you covered in 2020 with the Venomosaurus ambush, because everything is better with a Venom symbiote attached. We've seen some great dinosaur fossils already, but in 2021 they maybe went a little bit backwards with a weird blocky brick-built body, complete with the regular T-Rex head sat on top. 2021 didn't have much to offer other than recolors for both moulded dinosaurs and this creator set that originally released in 2017, but that's okay because 2022 more than made up for it, not only with the brilliant T-Rex breakout display model, but also Jurassic World Dominion, with 9 sets released for the new movie offering up a whopping 6 brand new animals. There were 2 new raptor designs, another baby raptor, plus the Atrociraptor, meaning now there's a nice gradient between baby and fully grown forms. The baby is a single piece as always, but much more defined than the older one, with the foot claw clearly present. The Atrociraptor meanwhile is also stuck in a single pose and size-wise is very similar to the Dilophosaurus. I know what you're thinking, but no, despite their huge role in the movie, none of these sets included the fan favourite locusts. Instead, we got a big new pterosaur, Quetzalcoatlus. Quite possibly the largest flying creature to have ever lived, and in LEGO form, its wings attached with ratchet joints to give them movement, unlike the smaller pterosaurs which attached with clips. My favourite part of this line though came in the form of the Pyroraptor and Therizinosaurus, because they're the first LEGO dinosaurs to have feathers. Well, if we ignore the obvious. The Pyroraptor is covered in red plumage with a similar pose to the Atrociraptor, while the Therizinosaurus is armed with giant claws, which it certainly needs given it's going up against the mighty Giganotosaurus, the so-called Joker of the franchise apparently. By this point we were 10 years into this modern LEGO dinosaur building system and we'd gotten many great animals, but there was definitely something missing from it. There were no long-necked sauropods. Well, that all changed when LEGO celebrated Jurassic Park's 30th anniversary with a fantastic line of sets based on that original movie, depicting important scenes like Dennis Nedry's death, the discovery of the sick Triceratops,
that is one big pile of shit,
the finale at the visitor center, and most importantly, the Brachiosaurus discovery, when Alan, Ellie and Ian got their first glimpse at John Hammond's Dinosaurs. The Brachiosaurus immediately took the crown as the largest non-brick-built LEGO dinosaur, with an enormous new body piece introduced attached to its very iconic long neck. So the sauropods were finally back, and they weren't going anywhere. Brachiosaurus' skeleton formed the central exhibit to LEGO's amazing Natural History Museum modular, with its long neck reaching high into the upper levels of the building. It's clear that after years of practice, LEGO has definitely mastered the art of buildable dinosaurs. The Creator T-Rex is another fine example of just how great these sets can be, with its Triceratops and Pterodactyl being equally fine alternate builds. There are also 2 new buildable dinosaur series out there as well, offering up cute baby dinosaurs and stunning fossil builds, perfect for collectors of all ages. They've also had some fun, wacky Spider-Man inspired dinosaurs, and collectible minifigure costumes. But back in the world of moulded dinosaurs, and the collection just keeps on growing. Last year we saw the Stegosaurus make its return, alongside the Allosaurus, finally giving us 2 iconic titans of the Jurassic period in this modern system, and 2025 has gone even further, with the Jurassic World Rebirth sets adding even more new species to the collection. These include baby Dolores the Aquilops, who appears in this small jeep set, alongside a new, smaller Velociraptor, with an opening mouth but no movement in its arms or legs, bringing it in line with the updated Dilophosaurus and other raptors. There's also the return of Quetzalcoatlus, and introduction of the mighty Titanosaurus, our second sauropod for the modern dino system. But even better, after 24 years of waiting, the Spinosaurus finally made a return with a brand new body piece, giving it the sail that the animal is well known for. And it's not just the Spinosaurus, there's the Mosasaurus too, which breaks the trend for minifigure scaled sets by being a fully brick-built creature rather than using large molds. Could it be a one-off, or could it be the start of yet another LEGO dinosaur building system? Well, it's not actually a dinosaur, but instead a giant lizard, but the point still stands, and we'll just have to wait and see. But despite all of this, it's not all perfect. While we do continue to get more and more of these animals to build up our prehistoric LEGO worlds, there is a worrying new trend starting to take shape. They're losing their claw printing. Every single dinosaur in the new Jurassic World rebirth wave lacks it, something that wasn't the case even as recently as 2023. This current T-Rex is the only one without any print for its claws, which is unfortunate, and ultimately it all serves as a reminder that while we have come far, not every change is for the better. Regardless of all that though, it's clear that over the past 31 years, these animals have certainly cemented their place as an iconic part of LEGO history, and I'm sure that they are going to continue to pump out many great dinosaurs in the years to come.